Would you rather have massive biceps, but just a flabby stomach, or 6-pack, 8-pack, shredded abs, and just mushy arms?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
His arms are probably like the size of my thighs, my chopstick chicken legs. You wave and your tricep keeps jiggling like 5 seconds later.
Get out of here. There's no way.
We have some hard questions here. The vegans, the money, the careers, the freedom, the health, the height, the ripped, all this stuff.
But this has got to be
Shockingly, this is one of my hardest ones. I don't even know if I have my answer yet.
I was just about to say I don't have my answer yet, but you're gonna have to watch till the end.
So watch till the end. First, we're gonna talk to some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts, entrepreneurs, military special forces,
bodybuilders,
professional fighters.
And we got some new people in this episode.
They think. Yeah, some people.
We got some new people in this episode. Some first timers. We have some Navy SEALs, professional CrossFit athletes, and we can't wait to see what their answers are gonna be.
I've flip-flopped my answer back and forth like 50 times, and I still don't know it, but we have to come up with ours by the end of this, so we better start figuring it out.
Thinking.
First up, we have Mr. Bodybuilder Byron, men's development coach, bodybuilder, also a financial analyst. He's all kinds of things. So let's see what he's got to say. The abs or the arms?
Would you rather have massive, like, jacked biceps and flabby abs, or like shredded abs and just puny arms? Like,
oh my God.
Twig arms.
Cosmetic only. Cosmetic only.
Cosmetics
So
only.
strength is whatever your strength is in real life. You
But
know.
you've got
String bean arms,
Oh
flabby string bean,
teeny tiny arms.
jello arms. Like you wave and your tricep keeps jiggling like 5 seconds later.
Get out of here. There's
But
no
you got
way.
ripped ass abs.
I don't care. I'll just wear like a 2XL that blows out the sleeves.
On with the arms.
Yeah.
Byron again is so nervous like last interview. So nervous.
I'd be nervous too because I wouldn't trust us with the questions we're about to ask him. Put him on the spot. We got a recording.
About to go batshit crazy. I'm about to have a heart attack. You're setting me up for failure.
Well, Byron chose arms. No freaking shit. Look at those freaking monstrous arms he has. He's not giving those up for anything, for nothing. And I'm pretty sure
he still had a little bit of a thought process.
Yeah, because it's still a hard question. It's just no matter what, it's a hard question. But he's never looking to be all lean and shredded and shriveled up like I am, because I just can't get as big as him. So I have no choice but to do that, because if I try to get bulky, it's just like, I'll look meh probably if I did. If I really tried to bulk up, like bulk, 215, 220 pounds, I think it'd be more meh-ish. So I have to go that route. That's kind of the way he's always gone. Like he's looking for that size and mass, which a lot of times that's going to mean you don't have completely ripped abs. But I was pretty certain he's going to go with arms, because look at those freaking arms. His arms.
Wait, I was going to think of an idea.
Hulk Hogan's 24-inch pythons. His arms.
Oh yeah.
His arms are probably like the size of my thighs, my chopstick chicken legs.
So that brings the score 1-0 for the arms. And next up we have Matt Eveland, who is a combat medic, a paramedic who works for the fire department. And I want to see what his answer is going to be for the abs or arms.
What would you rather have? Massive biceps, however you want, perfectly sculpted biceps, however you want it, but you got a flabby gut? Or ripped 6-pack abs and your arms are just jiggly jello balls? Which one would you rather? The abs or the bis? One of the toughest questions that we've come up with for men, because it's both. That's all we want is both of those things. One or the other.
Tough. I would have to do abs, so I can get some centrifugal force when I'm throwing a punch. It's gonna be whacking around.
No, cosmetic only.
Cosmetic? Yeah, it's just bingo
cosmetic
wings
only.
slapping while I'm hitting people, so they get beat up by a flabby-armed looking loser. But then when I take my shirt off at home for the people that matter, I'll have abs.
So he's gonna wear your shirt all day long. So they'll see the abs and not notice that you have these jiggly noodle arms.
Potentially.
Awesome. So there it is. It's all tied up 1-1. Next we have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Matt Ortiz. Let's see what he's got. Would you rather have ripped, massive biceps, however you want your biceps to look, the jacked arms, but flabby abs, or the 6-pack and just butterball arms? Which one would you rather have? Oh, we got you again. This is a hard one. This is a hard one.
I want the butter. I want the abs.
And you're gonna have these little flabby arms showing all the time?
Your arms show much more than your abs.
Is it gonna slow my skill down? Or
This is all looks again. Looks again.
All looks again.
The strength has nothing to do with it. If you lift weights every day, you'll be strong, but your arms will never, ever, ever change. So the strength is however you live your life. That's what your strength and cardio is gonna be.
Taking the abs, man. I want to look good in bed.
So you're gonna have the abs and the flabby arms, the little butterball jiggly arms, and you're waving, your arms waving with you. All right,
abs.
so you're going abs.
1 for arms, 2 for abs. Next up, we have one of the new people, Brandon Lockett. He's a professional CrossFit athlete in amazing shape and arms and abs.
And a nuclear physicist. Let's see what a nuclear physicist, Literally, he's a nuclear physicist.
So he does the beakers?
Something like that. Let's see what he's got.
Rather have jacked biceps, ripped biceps, but your abs are just schlubby? Or would you have 6-pack, 8-pack abs, but your biceps are just meh?
Little
Just
butterballs.
Little twigs.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the abs.
Really?
I would, yeah. I
Really?
don't wear a shirt most of the time anyway, and people don't look at. I got small arms as it is, so I'm kind of already built that way.
If you're if you train mostly with your
He said he's
shirt
already
off.
built that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
If your shirt's off, but most people their shirt's never off, so most people are picking biceps.
Yeah.
Oh, my shirt's never off anyway. What are you doing that your shirt? Nuclear physicist? Like go in the lab with no shirt on?
I mean, I train 4 or 5 hours a day outside of working all day. So every time I train, shirt's off.
So what I got out of this, out of Luckett's, I think it's Luckett, his answer. He chose abs, and I think I see why. Because he said he works 4 to 5 hours. So he's training for hours and hours a day because he's doing these crazy CrossFit competitions like the ones you see on TV. And he's a nuclear physicist. First, it shows how much time you actually have to get shit done. Like someone that could do all that, be that smart and that fit at the same time, that's a rare freaking combination. So that's the first thing, is there's so much time in the day to get the shit done you want to get done. But then he knows that abs, he knows what it takes.
He knows the value.
The value of abs, what it takes to actually get and maintain abs. It's
the
freaking
discipline
hard.
and dedication.
I have to train my ass off. I'm at 47 years old.
You don't know your own age.
I have to train my ass off to get abs, and then I'll just sniff a jar of peanut butter, and they'll start being flab abs out there just from a little bit of peanut butter. So he knows that what it takes to get and maintain. It's a lot easier for most people to get big arms than it is for ripped abs. I think that's what he out of all his hours and years of training, he realizes how hard it is to get and maintain that he wants to take that almost as his guideline, a trophy almost. Like Dexter. Dexter has trophies. Gotta have trophies. Gotta have rewards. That leaves it 1, right? 1 for arms and 3 for abs. Let's go to Mr. We call him Quadzilla, massive freaking legs, Calvin, who's a men's strength and conditioning coach. Would you rather have shredded, ripped abs, you get to make abs, chest, the whole torso look however you want, or ripped and jacked arms? So here's the thing. If your abs are the ripped and jacked, your arms are just schlub.
Noodles.
Nothing about strength. Don't forget, we're not talking about strength, just purely looks. Or if you choose the jacked arms, you get to choose the size, exactly how they look. You get to have an artist sculpt them for you to look how you want, but it's just schlub here in the torso. What are you picking? What would you rather?
Man.
This was one of my hardest ones. I'm still almost undecided.
Well, there's a lot you can hide under a baggy tee, and you can have really jacked arms, which will make you aesthetically look good. So I guess that'd be probably my closest answer. I mean, am I fat underneath, or am I just average?
You look like you never went in the gym. It's not something that anyone's wants to rub their hands on.
Right, but I just got big arms, but just an average meh.
You're talking jacked bodybuilder, however you want them to look, but it's just, you call it meh. Someone looks at your abs like, meh.
No, I'm gonna change my answer. Yeah, I'm gonna go torso.
Oh,
shredded torso with just meh arms. Yeah, that's what I want.
I thought you were going with the arms. You're on the same path, because I was thinking that too. You rarely have your shirt off in public, so your arms are seen more. So now you're just gonna look like a schlub all the time until you just walk around no shirt on, I guess.
Right.
All day.
I guess.
Awesome. So abs are just getting are destroying the arms. Surprisingly, I thought the arms would get a little more action.
Attention.
So it's 1-4. Let's see what Mr. Joe Luplow has. He's a former military special forces. He's a former bodybuilder, powerlifter, and a current men's strength and conditioning coach.
All right, would you rather have big, jacked, ripped, shredded biceps? However you want your biceps to look. Because men were about the biceps, but if you have the big biceps, you have flabby abs.
I want abs.
Or six-pack and then flabby, chunky arms.
I don't like flat. You say flabby.
He answers so quick,
Yo,
and then
you
he
say-
takes
you
like
say
10
flabby.
minutes.
You say flabby.
Below average. They're below average. It looks
like
like you've never done a bicep curl or a pull-up in your life.
Probably the arms, because you can be 135.
But this is purely cosmetic.
purely cosmetic.
Purely cosmetic. So the
would-
strength that you
it would
have now
definitely-
will still stay the same.
It would definitely be bigger arms, because you can be 135 pounds of abs and useless. But if you're 135 pounds with jacked ass arms, your arms theoretically then, because they have more muscle tissue, should be stronger. So,
But we're going cosmetic. This is cosmetic.
Cosmetic.
Only. Your arms, even though they're small, even though you have the abs, they're only as strong as you're currently training.
probably still be big arms.
Doing the big arms.
Everything that we explained to Joe, how everything is purely cosmetic, I feel like he went deaf for a few seconds when he went that. He has to
he just
answer
has-
based on function.
He just has such high
expectations of himself.
expectations of himself and values, and it's so ingrained in his DNA that you're like, it's just for looks only. Yeah. But this is what I'm choosing, and I'm choosing it for function. But no, it doesn't matter. But yeah, but it's still gonna make me train better. I want to lift more weight. I'm a performer. I'm a high performer. I need it. And even if it was only for aesthetics, just the fact of him having that thing would make him perform better. Just because that's the mind muscle connection, and
He just
sees
has
it.
to answer
He has
based
to
on-
answer based on function.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty cool.
Pretty cool
Like
concept.
thing we came up with that's how just the level that he operates on. He couldn't comprehend not adding in for function. It just didn't exist. It wasn't even an option. He just ignored what we were saying. He's like, no, here's what it is because of this reason.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
and
Pretty cool.
finally, another one to the arms. That's the score. Arms got 2, abs has 4. Next up, we have Will Branham, who is a Navy SEAL. Let's get into it.
Would you rather jacked, pumped biceps, flabby stomach, or ripped abs, six-pack, and schlubby arms? Which one would you rather? Abs and biceps. If one is
Abs
good,
or biceps.
if one is good, the other one is horrible, or the opposite.
I'm gonna go biceps
Why is that?
because this one is ripped, and I don't have to take my shirt off to look good.
I'm torn on because same thing. Abs kind of shows, it makes it look like you're a more disciplined person when you could have abs, but you're hardly seeing them.
Right.
You're not walking around without your shirt on, so at least you kind of look fit and jacked with the biceps. Got it.
So he mentioned something ripped. What?
Sadly.
Just
Talked
like
about
you-
a torn bicep. I didn't even catch the part.
Wait, I don't know if he pointed at his left one or right one. I don't really remember.
I didn't even catch that he's saying, I actually have a torn bicep. Years of trying to sculpt him, and it's just finally
Every time
coming
you say
back.
that, I get.
It's
I
just
really
floppy
makes me
and
sad.
flabby. So I could see where he's coming from. Like, he tore something, he lost something that he's trained for so long. He's like, I got to get it back. I'm going with he went with arms, right? I'm going with the arms. I need it back because everyone has their own psychology, their own reason behind it. And I can see what he's talking about. Like, I've lost it and whatever. And we see pictures. I'm like, my precious bicep.
Every time you say it, it makes me sad.
Would you rather have jacked, ripped arms like biceps, however you want them to look, but you have flabby abs, or ripped abs like six-pack? You could sculpt them, you could draw them perfect however you want, but your arms are just kind of schlubby. Just
Damn.
wet noodles. What would you rather?
When you first hear it, of course, as a guy, you're like, I want, the beach muscles. I got to have the arms. But then at the same time, I think about, I don't want to have the gut. So I might have to do abs.
It's not like fat.
I-
It's just like flat.
Because all right, that changes it.
It's not just flat. It looks
it's
like you never
unpleasant
did.
somehow, right?
Looks
Like,
like you never go to the gym. Your abs are just like
Nope.
non-existent.
what you would want. Like if you saw them, you'd be disgusted.
All right. Yeah, I might have to go. But if you choose abs, what do the arms look like? You said like they look
Schlubby,
like you don't work out at all.
Look like you never lifted a weight in your life.
Okay,
Yeah.
nah, I gotta go arms then.
Arms.
I gotta go arms
With the
yeah,
flabby
yeah.
abs.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go with the flabby abs, bro. I can't.
The guns.
Gotta go with the guns.
So Tyson, what is the final score? I'm telling you, this is the hardest one for me. We're gonna get into our choice in a second, but this has been the hardest one for me to decide. And
Almost harder than the vegan question.
The vegan, yeah, it was much harder for me than the vegan question. You see me go back and forth, but I've come to a final answer. This is the hardest one. We'll get to it in a second. What's the final score?
Final score is actually a tie, 4-4.
No way.
Yep.
So we had 8 people for this one, 4-4. So the tiebreaker is gonna be us. We have to hope. What do we have opposite? Let's see. What do you got? All right, want me to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah,
I need to get it off my chest.
Out of my
I need to get
stomach.
it off my abs. And
Wait,
that's
so-
my answer, abs. After going back and forth,
So you have them string bean arms.
I've gone back and forth. It's just mat arms. They're not necessarily string bean or fat. They're kind of just like look like you never did a bicep
They're
curl in
kind
your
of
life.
like, who has mat arms?
Because here's why. I'm gonna tell you why. When I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror to see, like, you look at yourself and you're like, am I a schlub or am I in shape? The first thing you look at and notice is your abs. Like, that's the determining, am I in shape or not? And it's your abs.
You
That's
look at
just
your
what
stomach,
it is.
Yeah.
It's just, am I in shape? Do I have a gut? And look, I have a screwed up bicep. I've been dealing with it. So I have a mat arm right here anyway with the torn
Not
bicep.
really a mat arm.
Look at that thing. It's a jiggly
Not really
wiggly
an
thing.
mat arm, but okay.
It's freaking horrible. So I know what it's like to deal with that, but I also know what it's like to build arms or to build abs. And the discipline, the work ethic, the time, the consistency it takes to build abs is like 100 to 1 to building arms. You can see guys with jacked arms and they're just schlubs everywhere else, huge pot bellies, but these huge jacked arms because all they had to do was do heavy bicep curls a few times a week and some rows and some maybe pull-ups if they can get their girth up above the bar. But when you see someone with abs, you're like, that's a disciplined, regimented, like, you can't get that in a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months. You can get big arms in a couple of months. Abs takes consistency and to keep them years and really lifetime. Like,
We kind of
listen,
mentioned it
I
when-
sniff a spoon of peanut butter and my abs like disappear and I'm like a schlub again. So I know what it takes. So to me, that's a much more sign of like discipline, longevity, consistency. So I got to give up. Well, I got to give up my other arm. I only had one left anyway. So I'm going with abs.
We kind of mentioned that when we talked about Brandon Lockett.
That was the deciding factor. As we were going through these, I was thinking about it because I came up with that idea. He didn't say that, but that's kind of what I got out of his. And I was like, you know what? It makes sense. Like, I know what it takes to get abs, and I know what it takes to disappear abs, and they go away quick. Especially you get older, you freaking sneeze, you blink your eyes the wrong way, you look at a corn chip, forget it, you're getting fluffed.
Why a corn chip?
I don't know, it just came to mind.
Who eats corn chips?
I don't know. Corn chips are good.
I've never had them.
Corn chips are good.
Maybe I have. I don't know. And now my answer.
So now it's 5-4 because we had to break the tie. What do you got?
Now, will it be a tie or will abs reign supreme?
I'm going to guess and think you're copying my shit as usual. That's what I think. What do you got?
Well, it's not fair because you went first like usual. But
I had to because I didn't want you stealing my explanation.
I got to go with abs and mat arms.
Your little string bean arms.
You're so mean. I'm going to have to go with abs because when you look like, especially when you're like a young boy, a young man, and you look at someone with like big, huge arms, you're like, okay, that's cool. You know, they're big arms, they're probably strong. But when you look at a man who has like 6-pack, 8-pack abs, you're like, wow.
That's
just
like
cool.
what that's what I
You're
want to be.
like,
That's a role model. That's discipline.
Wow, like
you can't get those on accident. You just can't get on accident. You can get big arms on accident. Just
can.
by, I don't know, lifting your cases of beer all day. You can get big ass arms and a big ass gut.
beer.
And imagine arms with a schlubby gut like this big.
Like the
I can't
character,
do it. I
especially
can't
like
do
the
it.
character that we chose and created for this one, like
I can't have a gut.
I can't look like that.
I can't have a gut. Can't have a gut.
I
Arms for the win, so
arms
it's 6-4,
like,
right?
I can definitely deal with arms.
Not arms for the wins, abs for the wins. Abs.
What do you?
Abs for the win, 6-4, right?
6-4.
to 4.
You know what? I'm surprised. The last guy, Leighton, I'm surprised that he picked arms. I thought he was gonna pick abs. I'm very surprised that he picked arms.
Think about it. It took me 2 months to come up with my answer. So we're asking these people on the spot. They really can't break down. Like, I went so deep and dark in this. I've lost sleep over this. I've lost sleep over this
Lost
freaking question.
sleep?
Yes, this is some deep shit right here.
Dang.
But abs for the win. Like, this
Abs
is
for
showing
the
what is
win.
the most important for most people and for men. I'm surprised no, exactly. It makes sense it was even. It was a rough one.
So put your comment down below on what you would choose for probably the hardest question on the channel so far. massive, huge biceps or shredded abs?
Well, massive biceps with jiggly abs.
Well, I was trying to get
or
like a good
shredded
I was
abs.
trying to get a good ending there, and you just ruined
Well,
it.
I'd have to save your asses again and talk with the good thing I have these strong abs to support this lower back because my lower back would crumple. That's why I had to choose abs because I got to support you and carry your weight through all these episodes on my shoulders as you stumble and fumble.
And also,
Abs for the win. The six pack. I gotta go. I gotta go do some sit-ups now, and this is motivating me to do some sit-ups because I feel a little. Mitch grabs me. My daughter grabs me on the side and just says peanut butter.
that is
That is
must be
depressing.
harsh.
That's depressing. I gotta go do some sit-ups.
And also, when you're coming down below, who carries the show? Is it me or is it Mr. Hater over here?
Put the comments down below, biceps or abs. I want to know, and I want to know why. The deep, dark reasons why. Put the comments down below, and we will see you next time.
Make sure you like, comment, hit that notifications bell, subscribe, and share the series with your fellow friends.
In case no one told you yet today,
You
you're
are
freaking
freaking
awesome.
awesome.
No
No
excuses.
excuses.